You see them on pretty much every kind of MIDI controller. They're the two controls on the left side of the keys, the mod wheel and the pitch wheel. While they may seem kind of innocuous at first, the difference between these two controllers is curious and gets more interesting the closer you look. The first obvious difference is in polarity. The mod wheel is always positive, while the pitch wheel can also go negative. At least on my controller, and for many others as well, the mod wheel goes through MIDI control change channel 1, and the values range between 0 and 127. The pitch wheel can go all the way between negative and positive 8,191. Why the difference? It all comes down to how they designed MIDI in the 1980s. MIDI messages are sent in packets of 8 bits, which equals a single byte. They come in two types, status bytes and message bytes. Status bytes say what kind of message is being sent, while message bytes give a further description if more data is needed. In short, we give up 1 bit to know what kind of byte we're seeing. This gives pitch messages 14 bits of data. For CC messages, we give up half of these to designate the CC number, which goes between 0 and 127. The remaining 7 bits go to the value. This gets pretty technical, so let's go straight to an example. What if we used MIDI CC for pitch data? This means we can only shift our values in 7 bits, not 14. Using Bitwig at a CV interface, I set up this fader to send out MIDI CC messages, and then translate those messages into positive and negative CV values. This CV then goes to the pitch input on the synthesizer. Hear how the pitch moves in steps, almost like I'm playing the keyboard. Most humans can perceive a change in pitch of about 2 or 3 hertz, so that stepping is really significant. For comparison, let's use CV to modulate the pitch and hear the difference. It's smooth, and your ears are sensitive to these small changes in pitch in a way that you wouldn't be for other kinds of parameters. Now, a lot has changed in music technology since the 80s, including the advent of MPE, MIDI polyphonic expression. But under the hood, the pitch slide there is just a pitch wheel, stretched out over plus or minus 48 keys. So let's repeat our experiment, but this time seeing what MPE sounds like translated through MIDI CC. Oh dear. Let's try that again, but using 14 bits of resolution. When compared to our analog CV example earlier, you can hardly hear the difference. A sound technical decision enabling future innovations decades later. Very cool.